Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Red Wolves will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Let's talk for just a minute about Texas State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy
turning it on. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Bobcats will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. On the move. He works his way ever close. All the way down to the 1-yard line.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
So they're right on the doorstep. Couldn't pass it in last time. Maybe they'll just try to pound it in on 3rd down. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Texas St.
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on 3rd down to get the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
7, Arkansas State 0.
Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Looking for a crease. It's Cross. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now on the option. Now the toss. Oh, he's got some space. ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. The Red Wolves want to move quickly. Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Running back searching for a hole. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you could tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up.
Makes the grab at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Going to go out on a limb and say they have a lot of him plays. Throw the ball to him. Already over 100 yards receiving.
Keep it simple, stupid. Just find this guy and get him the football. Now, if you're on defense, it's pretty obvious where this team is going with the ball. You're going to have to come up with a plan to stop this guy.
Man, the defense was in there in such a hurry. They didn't even let that draw develop. Got to him so quick.
You know, the draw play has to look like a pass and not look like you're faking a pass. And I think there, it was pretty evident they were trying to run the draw. Give to the running back. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And how about it? They change up the option look, run the option.
And it's blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Inside the 50. Past the 30. The 20. He's got a chance to take this one back. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. On the option. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Motion from the back. They'll run the toss. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
And the Red Wolves send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the ball comes to rest right there. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On the option. Got the first down. Looking for more. It's a fumble. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good fist.
There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. The Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Starting to feel a little pressure. Gets it inside the 10. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Lining up to add another.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
Texas State 20, Arkansas State 0.
Bringing it back. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw. It's Rayner. Oh, he wants it all. Pulls in the deep ball. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
The Red Wolves want to crank the tempo. Motion from the wide receiver. On the option. Oh, he's got a chance. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these.
Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Clay. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, we've got a final in that Mountain West Conference battle of note. New Mexico handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Albuquerque, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Mountain West, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Jackson gonna throw it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. Steps away. The throw. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course, he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Turning it on! And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Takes the handoff. It's Burgess. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
With the catch, it's Burgess. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Jackson will throw. Got it in the middle. It's Lions. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Excellent coverage that time, didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This late in the half, here's the question, how aggressive will the play calling be? Off the play fake on first down. Might be looking to run. Trying to escape and get it himself. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll run for it on third and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Bobcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cobb. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has...
Oh, he's got some space. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
Man, it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Complete to the right. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the Red Wolves racing to the line in the hurry-up. Might be changing the route. Scanning the field, it's Rayner. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in, it's Anderson. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. The Bobcats are on the move. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. There he goes. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Here comes the option. Runs through a tackle. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. They couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
The return is tackled down at the 37, and the Texas State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Bobcats now try to cash in on this big opportunity created by the defense. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Defense in press coverage. The option look. The pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The Bobcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's looking to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bobcats. And the pummeling has started.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
Arkansas State, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position.
First and 10.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Looking for a huge play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. And the Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They booted away on 4th down. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Sends it back in motion. They'll run the option. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Looking downfield, it's Rayner. Caught in the backfield, it's Clay. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Red Wolves want to pick up the tempo. He's looking deep. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Fighting off the defender.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Buying some time. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Fires left. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They give, and tick, 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 tick. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run the option. Leaves it with the running back. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. The official says no good. Guys, they didn't get the field goal there, but still a 22-point lead to work with.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
On the ground, it's Cross. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football. Man, this has been impressive.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Well, that's now the 2nd missed field goal for this kicker. I'll tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
They're facing a 3rd down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They get to him as he throws. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a